Before the Beatles officially disbanded in 1970, John Lennon had already begun exploring solo music. In 1968, he and his second wife, Yoko Ono, formed the Plastic Ono Band, where they released two experimental albums, Unfinished Music No. 1 and Unfinished Music No. 2, in 1968 and 1969. One of Lennon's early solo projects was the anti-war anthem Give Peace a Chance, which became the Plastic Ono Band's debut single. The song climbed to No. 2 in the UK and became a significant anthem for the anti-war movement in the US during the 1970s. Following that success, Lennon released Cold Turkey, which reflected a deeply personal experience. It was written during a period when he and Yoko were trying to quit heroin, a drug John had reportedly begun using in 1968 during a time of turmoil within the Beatles. In interviews, Lennon revealed that he turned to heroin as a way to cope with the pressure and mistreatment he and Yoko faced from those around them, particularly within the Beatles' circle. Cold Turkey was recorded during a period when John was protesting with Yoko in their famous Bed-In for Peace. After presenting the song to the Beatles, it was rejected, and so he released it under the Plastic Ono Band name in October 1969. Recording the track was a challenge. It was John's first live performance with the band at the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival Festival on September 13th, where he experienced severe illness but pushed through the performance. Ringo Starr played drums on the track, which was recorded at Abbey Road. After multiple attempts to get it right, the band finally managed to perfect the song on September 28th. However, Cold Turkey faced difficulties upon its release, as many radio stations refused to play it due to its references to drug use. John defended the song in interviews, explaining that it wasn't promoting heroin use, but was instead about the struggle and personal pain associated with addiction. Despite its controversial content, the song struggled to gain traction on the radio, especially in the United States. By September 1969, Lennon had informed the Beatles of his desire to leave the band, signaling the beginning of their breakup. This came just ahead of the 1970 release of Let It Be, the band's final album. For Lennon, Cold Turkey was a crucial moment in his transition to solo work, marking the first time he released music without Paul McCartney. The single's cover featured an X-ray of John's skull with his iconic round glasses placed on top, further emphasizing his distinctive personal style as he moved away from the confines of the Beatles and into his own creative endeavors with Yoko.